Tonight on Live Underground, we have singer Jon Mullane. He'll be performing this Saturday as part of Quinn Fest on Quinpool Road, and we'll get to that in a little bit, but he joins me on the phone. Hey, Jon.
Hey, man, how are you?
Good. You've had a very interesting sort of career. I've noticed that you've had some of your songs featured in TV and film, which that's kind of cool. And how did you go about getting your music sort of out there? Because I know you're still somewhat on the independent level at times, right?
Yeah, totally. Basically, a few years ago, I could sort of see the writing on the wall where the music business was going for, CD sales and all that sort of thing. So I kind of just really delved into the whole film and TV aspect of things and just started talking to people, producers and music supervisors and people like that, and just kind of, put the stuff out there to them, and eventually, some of it just kind of stuck with them.
And also in your career, you had potentially, career-damaging kind of thing happen.
Yeah. In the late 90s, I developed a case of tinnitus, which is ringing in the ears. And you don't really want to have that when you're a musician, but I've since found out that most musicians have it who've been in the business for perhaps more than 5 or 6 years. And so it was pretty bad. It was even to the point where I couldn't even listen to music for a few months. But just kind of learned to live with it and made some adjustments, for sound stage, lower sound volume, that sort of thing, and it just kind of worked itself out. So kind of turned it around completely, and back to rocking out.
Was there like a therapy kind of thing you had to go through in order to overcome something like that, or what was the process?
No real treatment for it. There is a few things people say that can help, and they're sort of may or may not help individual people. But I just found the fact that if you don't focus on it and just accept it, and then take precautions. Like if you go to a really loud concert or something like that, make sure you take it. You're putting earplugs in, rehearsing with really low sound levels. Those type of common sense things, and those are just kind of like help prevent any further damage. And the fact that then once you kind of just get it out of your head, then it almost just becomes part of your normal. If maybe other people's normal is silence, our normal is, it's a little bit of ringing, but we're used to it, sort of thing.
All right, so Quinn Fest is this coming Saturday at Quinpool. It's 11 to 3 is where it's going, and the concert itself is free. You guys are starting around 1 o'clock, you said?
Yeah, exactly.
And what can we expect from your set?
Well, I'm going to be doing a real encompassing set of a few tunes from my early on in my career, and a lot of the songs from my latest album, Shift, and a few in between. And I might throw in a cover or two from the 80s, and it'll be a nice eclectic set.
Well, we're going to get to a song of yours called Sin City. What can you tell me about this track?
Sin City, I wrote with a guy named Creighton Doan, former drummer of Honeymoon Suite, Harem Scarum, really good musician, writer, producer. It's on my album Shift, and we just kind of wanted to have a song that's kind of a fun rockin' tune. No deep meaning or anything like that. And we shot a video for it in Halifax. It's on my website if people want to check it out. And you might recognize some Halifax locales. We tried to make it the new Sin City. Halifax, the new Sin City.
It has its sin at the time.
Yes, it's been known to have that.
Well, let's get to it now. Jon Mullane, Sin City on Live 105's Live Underground.